Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast Naruto edition. Today we are doing something different with our Naruto podcast. We're not doing a what if battle. We are asking the question, if you could change two things in the Naruto franchise, anything you want, relationship, stories, whatever, what would they be? We got the NDP forum with us, Byron, Andrea, and Cedric. How are you guys doing today?
You're doing good. It's been a pretty chill Sunday.
There's nice weather outside, so I'm doing well.
I was going to ask, what's y'all's weather like up in Ohio? Because it's boiling down here in Texas.
I think I'm like high, low 70s maybe.
We've had a week of consistent weather.
Nice.
It's scary. The apocalypse is upon us.
Valid.
Byron, it's 70 degrees and you have a hoodie on?
I'm inside my house.
You know you got that AC.
You have the AC on 70 degrees?
Okay, right.
Martin,
so I just checked the weather. It's 83 degrees.
Got it. Okay.
Martin,
yeah, it's almost 100 here. So
live in an oven.
Well, it's not that
I know
bad.
Martin's not talking. This house would be like 65.
No, Martin no. When it's cold, Martin don't turn on the AC. He has a fan still.
Exactly.
It'd be like 70 degrees, 75 degrees, 76 outside. It's like, well, it feels better. You got insulation. Like,
Byron, I only do that when I have guests too. And if I lived by myself, it'd be worse. As Cedric has seen. The only reason the AC gets turned on is not because of me.
It's because Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney will turn it on.
way to go, Courtney.
Oh, yeah. If I didn't,
like before she moved there, I walked in, I'll be like, man, it's hot. It's like mid-August. I'm like, Martin. No, I'm sitting on your couch sweating right now. This fan you got ain't doing shit.
man, I was doing a service to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, we gotta save money for the electricity, you know?
I was saving electricity. If you missed a workout, you were burning calories. I mean, it was all working.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But now those days, well, I was living that weekend, but now that's dead. So,
yeah, he turned it on well before Courtney got home too, because she'll tell like, wow, it's hot here. You just turned the AC on. He's like, oh no, it's been on for a little while.
Well, actually, funny thing is, I actually didn't, because when she came back, because she didn't sleep because her flight was at 5. So when they came back from their Saturday stuff, she was at the airport at 3. So as soon as she came back, we watched Spy Family, talked to Cedric on the phone, and then she went to sleep. So once she wakes up, she'll realize this shit is hot as hell. And
yeah, when she wakes up in a pool of sweat, like, what the fuck is this?
Yep, and then I'm like, hey man, I tried to keep it as long as I could. I tried. Well, let's get into it. So 2 things. So we'll each do one thing, talk about it, and then we'll just rotate. Captain, you're up first. What's the first thing you would change?
So the first thing I would change, I would actually have a Neji versus Rock Lee fight somewhere in the anime.
Ooh.
What made you think of that?
One, because I love Rock Lee. He's one of my favorite Naruto characters. And I know he was training to actually eventually take on Neji because he felt like Neji was the strongest in the village. So I would just have loved to see that fight at their full potential.
That's a good one. That is a fight we never got to see.
Ooh, when would you have them fight? Like tuning exams or later in Shippuden?
I think later in Shippuden. That's when I would have them fight.
Okay.
I guess story-wise, where that fight makes sense then if it's later.
Before the
second
war?
tuning exams. Yeah, during the second tuning exams. But wait, the tuning exams where Neji became a Jonin, that, they didn't really have a tournament set up at that time.
Because it was held in the Sand Village. I mean, Rock Lee fought, because it's fillers, they're their version of Rock Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's that. So that would be where they would fight. So then, Byron, who would you have win?
I don't know. Me personally, probably Rock Lee, but Neji has eyes, so we all know. If
We
you
know
got
how that
eyes,
But you're changing the story, so you can make it however you want, Byron.
That's true. And I would just love to see Rock Lee get like a major win in the story.
What do you mean? He whooped Sasuke's ass.
Well, yeah,
Sure,
but his
that's not
shining moment was Gaara's
Right.
fight, and he still lost.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he has a pinfall win over Sasuke.
A pinfall win.
That was like a 5-second fight until the giant turtle guy came in and was like, "Yo, what you doing?"
That shows
Right.
how much he beat Sasuke. Bro, it's a fast Sasuke. It's like, I've been waiting to try these out. Then 2 seconds on the ground.
I mean, if we're counting that, then we might as well count he mopped Naruto real fast too.
He did. He mopped him too.
True.
Shit, only one in history who got wins over Naruto and Sasuke.
Boom.
I don't know. I give Kakashi some dubs for them.
Oh,
Well, yeah, but like within their own age group.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. That makes me think of like, damn, give me the black outfit Sasuke versus Neji fight that everyone wanted.
Yes, that would have
Yeah.
been so good.
Because I don't know where the hell else they could have fought after that. But that was a good one, Byron. That was really, really
You
good.
can have them do the Return to
Thank
Village
you.
fight. Honestly,
Yeah, you could. Man, way to start it off, Byron. Way to start it off. Andrea.
Okay, so mine's also going to be Neji centered, but it was my first thought when we kind of brought up the idea of like something you would change, and I would change the fact that Neji dies, and I would want him to end up with Tenten. Like
Okay.
just automatically, like I really felt like it. I don't want to call it a waste, but at least, I mean, then if you're going to extend it into like the Boruto storyline, at least they get like one uncle. Like they have one uncle, one aunt instead of, since Naruto doesn't have any siblings, they get one of each. And Neji would be, the successor of the Hyuga clan instead of Hinata's sister.
Ooh,
I like that.
I like that too.
shaking things up. I mean, I'm all for my guy making it to the end of the show.
Well, he should have made it. Man, it's also
Yeah.
the fact too. Tenten didn't even get the chance to like express their love for him. Like
I know.
I really hope both of them. They hold that whole team. They hold that whole team. To be
They
honest,
really did. They really did. Nothing bad happened to Inashika Cho, but everything bad happened to.
I mean, Awesome got
Ugly's team.
smoked. That's bad.
Right.
But like, we moved on. They moved on. Like Shikamaru gained so much clout after that.
I know, and he got Tamari, so life was good for him. He knows what side life's good for him. They all got married. They all had kids.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. That's right. That's crazy.
They're the only besides Team 7, they're the only ones that all of them got married.
Man,
Yeah.
That's a good point. I never thought of it like until that.
Me either.
Wow.
But yeah, because I mean,
God, they hope
isn't it assumed that Kiba's single, Shino's single?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
Shino has no hoes. He has none.
Hey,
Dang.
Really fucked him up in Boruto.
they killed him in Boruto.
They did.
God,
They
They
really
really
did.
frying his ass. They really made him teach them kids. I was like, man, I remember you didn't have much patience as a kid. I don't know why they're making you teach these kids. That's fucked up.
Right. Also, the fact he got more of a personality in Boruto than he ever got in Naruto is like, where did that come from?
He gets no respect either, like no respect whatsoever. They be forgetting that he was like, in the same age group as all those people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bro, he gets hoed. And also the fact that he didn't get invited to the Sasuke retrieval squad. That's some trash.
I just want to know what fucking mission he was on that he wasn't even there.
That'd be important, I guess.
Right? But like nobody ever mentions it. He doesn't talk about it. He's just kind of like, brooding over the fact that he wasn't there.
Oh,
I mean, honestly, if you had him there, I feel like that, like the character growth across the scale would have been a lot different. Granted, the growth was wasted on like 2 of them. Like Kiba don't do shit. Sorry,
Yep.
Choji, you don't do shit.
Nope.
Like the only we got to see rotation, and that was pretty much it for Neji. Like until when we see Naruto training for Pain, so like no one else really grew besides like Shikamaru and Naruto.
Whatchamacallit? Just found out Kiba does have a lover though.
Oh, he does.
Oh yeah, the cat.
Oh,
Yeah, she's a cat.
God.
user or
Of
whatever,
course.
but-
Of course she is.
Oh yeah, it was a woozy ass episode. I remember watching it. It was great because it's like a village, literally that like they have like a festival, and half the village loves dogs, the other half of the village loves cats, and they're like trying to help Kiba like put aside his love for dogs and hate for cats. So, like, and this woman who also is like the opposite, but they're very similar personalities, realize that they're perfect for each other. And I'm literally just watching this like, I don't even know why they call this a shonen. Like, this has nothing to do with the plot whatsoever. We're not furthering no one.
That's the phrase. Yeah, they're just lovers. And Akamaru always interferes in their dates, from what the wiki says.
Well, yeah, he's a spoiled pup, so of course he would.
Yeah, but Shino has nobody.
No love.
So I'm gonna go next because Cedric's one's actually, his one is very interesting. My one is the one I've said 5 billion times, but I actually just had to write it out.
Yeah.
So mine is Pain Arc ends Naruto Part 2. Because to me, the picture of Naruto up in the air smiling is the best picture in the series. And it does every time I watch it on YouTube make me feel some type of way, especially like seeing Kakashi think about Naruto's growth, or Araka think of Naruto's growth. What's the other dude who was Konohamaru's like private? Yeah, him thinking about Naruto's growth. So all of that. So what I would change, so that'd be the end. The war would be Part 3, which then gives us Boruto is way down the line, so we don't have to worry about that, and gives them time to actually think about what they're doing for that. But that scene, I debated taking out Sakura's hug because that was stupid. But I was like,
that's what I thought you were gonna say. Honestly, that's what I thought you were gonna like lead into it first and make it like a compound.
No, so with the hug, I did decide to keep it, but it's kind of trash how she didn't have a reflection part of like thinking of Naruto, like since day one, she has treated him like garbage. So I wanted her to like have that thing while she was walking up to Naruto. It's like thing like, this is all we've gone through, and like you're the only person who stuck by my side this whole time, like Naruto in regards to Sakura. Then she can do the hug stuff. But then after that, before he gets thrown in the air, Naruto sees Hinata, walks up to her. He hugs her and says, "You risked your life for me when no one else did. You have always believed in me since the start," which she has. Thank you, Hinata. That makes Naruto realize that Hinata's been his day one supporter since, well, day one. and then it just doesn't make it seem like, if you didn't watch the last movie, it's like, how did these two get together? But it doesn't make it seem like Naruto just settled for Hinata because he knew he would never get Sakura. So it makes their relationship start there, then it grows, and then, yeah, everyone's happy. Part 3 is the war. You could flesh out the war more, seeing more of the people prepare. Because I want to know how Kabuto got all these dead bodies for Ito Tensei. Like,
I was going to ask, are you going to extend the time?
Yes, because I am.
You theoretically can have this war happen whenever.
Yes. Yeah. So I would extend all of that. I would want to see how Kabuto got that stuff. I would want to see how the Hokage picked like the generals, like how he picked Daru, Kakashi, like Gaara, all that stuff. I want to see stuff like that, more preparation, but yeah, it all stems from ending with Naruto's smile, because that gets people emotionally teared up. But yeah, that's my first.
A good one.
Thank you. Fuck Sakura, but it's okay. But no, I did write down, if it shows her thinking about how she's treated Naruto so bad, and then like she's apologizing, thank you for everything, it does humanize her way better and takes away a lot of her hate. So I'm helping until part 3. But I'm helping all the Sakura fans a little bit in that one. And the
I don't know, some may feel some type of way. They may feel like you're not helping them at all.
Hey, I'm trying to make her more Hyundai. I'm just saying, she never should have got that hug anyway, and I'm still letting it happen. So,
do you still have that false confession?
Oh, in part, nah, that's dead. That's dead. We got to get that out. Nope, that's out. We figure out. We're just gonna make up some other lie, but we're not using that. We're team make Sakura better, not poo. But go ahead, Cedric. Go ahead with your first one.
So my first one, I'm going back all the way like prequel stuff, like flashbacks. I would have Izuna and Tobirama kill each other in their final fight.
Oh.
That way, and I was like, mentioning it to Martin. That way, you don't have. Well, you have Tobirama feeling. Well, Hashirama feeling the same type of pain that Madara felt, because Madara at that age, all the way, I was like, you can't see another person's heart unless you've experienced like the same stuff. So at that point in time, they've experienced the same pain. Neither of them have any other siblings alive, and I don't know. My thought, and of course, it's very opposite to how I typically feel about the Uchiha clan. I really don't give any fucks about them. But I was trying to think like a way to make the show just like not necessarily like, always constantly like, oh, we're back to the Uchiha. Oh, we're back to the Uchiha. To where at least it's like staggers a little bit, allows more growth and more other things to happen with the village in a different light. Because with no Tobirama, I mean, I was telling Martin that I think that Madara would become the second Hokage. Also, by eliminating Tobirama, you remove, honestly, like a large portion or a large controlling power of discrimination of that entire clan away. Because, I mean, even the individuals who don't feel like in the village, you don't trust the Uchiha clan, there's no one to enforce that type of discrimination with legislation or moving their entire clan to a corner of a village. Because Hashirama is not going to do that. Madara is not going to do that. Of course, like, you still possibly, and I thought about this, you still possibly could have an Uchiha uprising. But in my mind, I'm like, well, if Madara is the Hokage, and I honestly trust Hashirama, because I believe in one of the flashbacks, some of his distrust started when he overheard Hashirama and Tobirama, you know, the common anime thing, like they only hear the first part and they don't hear like the follow-up, like walk away and then they take that. That doesn't happen anymore because Tobirama's dead. So that kind of eliminates, I guess, the possible negative feelings. I mean, of course, other stuff can arise, but that's just pure conjecture. But in my mind, I was like, you know, that may make at least things prequel-wise more interesting, because I'll be curious on how the village develops under an Uchiha Hokage initially, especially with the other clans involved in the village, like what that looks like. I don't know. Maybe it changes the whole Fugaku trying to plan like a second uprising or whatever.
Sucks.
And Itachi having to kill the entirety of the clan. I will say it also changes the display of the Rinnegan. I don't know if the Rinnegan happens, because I don't know what type of conflicts happen to rise from it. But I don't think the Rinnegan goes to Nagato. Thus, there's not really like, there's the Akatsuki that's still like Nagato and all of them, but it's not like Pain Nagato and all of them. I don't know what their overarching goal would be outside of the original one that why can't I think of his name?
Yahiko.
Outside of like what his original goal would be, but of course I was like, that's just like going so far down the rabbit hole. So that'd be like the first thing I would want to change, just to see what that would be like.
Cedric, I'm gonna let you go with your second one since it's like connected to that thing. But I just want to say real quick with the Madara thing, even though, like you said, the Uchihas are trash, but them seeing one of their own at the head position is just like in real life. Like when you see if you're a minority, seeing one of your own at the top, like, I mean, obviously there's like Barack Obama for like the United States, or like now Kamala Harris being like the vice president, or like when Hillary Clinton was like running for like women and all that stuff. So like seeing one of your own in that position does like make you feel good. So I like that one. Now, I'm not saying Madara is any of the him and Hill, that's a debate. But I'm not saying him and like Obama are the same. But just in that sense, like seeing one of your own as like in a minority up there is a big deal. As Byron says on every podcast, representation matters.
It does.
Because I thought about keeping Azuna alive, and I was like, you know, no offense, Azuna, but like he kind of has like the same feelings as Tobirama, but he hates to send you. So at some point, if I keep him alive, then there's just going to be a civil war at some point in time. And this is going to happen. So I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, they both got to go. Like,
but Cedric, go ahead with your second one since it's connected.
So my second one is, this is something like watching other animes. Like, I would change, not necessarily have them be tailed beasts. I was somewhere like made it like tailed spirits of some kind, but have them be something that's like treasured in each village. I don't know how they want to divide them up, because I mean, these people, like these animals were like all captured by the first Hokage, and then and then it's like, I don't know if they were really sold or what. I don't know.
He gave them away.
He just gave them away.
He gave them away to keep peace.
Giving up on the goodness of his heart. Like, I really don't get it, but
man, and people say he sucks too. That's crazy.
That's sketch on the low, but I would have them be more revered as like spirits, like, because I mean, otherwise they're immortal. But I would have them actually have like a fun night thing, be spirits for the village, and then have the Jinchurikis like more like of a chosen position where you still have to like deal with compatibility, all of that stuff. So it's not like we just choose like the strongest guy, you get this tail beast and whatever. It's like, no, the spirit has to like be okay with them.
Yeah.
And like it be one of those things where they have more control over the spirit, because I mean, it's mutual understanding. But in my mind, I always hated like the fact that like these Jinchuriki honestly get treated like shit. Like, even if you are fortunate to like show your strength or whatever, or be like, because the only one that I would say like we see get treated better is Killer Bee, and that's because of the relationship that the Raikage has with the Jinchuriki. And that's like the only reason why, like, I mean, shit, like his best friend when he was a kid became like, he's like, I hate you, like you killed my father and all that stuff. Like, so I'd rather it be one that's not a thing where you're either discriminated against, or you're like essentially like a loner or a hermit, like traveling the world like Utaka was for I don't know how long, and be more of a spiritual thing where it's more of a position of power. Not to mention you also have more influence in the village. Like, no offense to the old heads in the village, like they feel like I feel
all the
like
offense. Fuck those old people.
Well, outside of like Lady Chio, half the people who be talking, I'd be like, what do you do? Like, I ain't see you in none of the flashbacks. So like,
those old heads who were the third's little people, I thought they were on his team when the second died. I mean, that's the only thing I know of them.
I don't know, man. No. I saw a Hyuga on his squad, and neither of them people got the eyes.
I'll have to look that up.
I also thought he was with, like, he and Danzo were on the same team, weren't they?
Well, there was like that whole group where the second was going to go buy them time. Now I got to look up if they were a part of it.
And he's like, tells him, like, you're going to be the third Hokage. I want you to be the third Hokage, essentially.
But I mean,
I think the Danzo's all pissed off. You may be right, because I know there was someone with glasses there. I just don't know what they do. Like,
I mean, they're trash. They're garbage.
Like, I don't know what they do.
They make dumbass decisions. That's what they do.
But they love Danzo.
Like, they have all this sway, but they really ain't shit. Like,
yeah, and they're the Konoha Council. All right, let me look at these clowns. But that's a good one. So to piggyback, when I saw your Cedric, it made me actually pick which one I wanted to do for my second one, with the stuff you said in mind and stuff I've actually talked to Andrea about a lot on the My Hero podcast. If you're into My Hero, check that out. Shameless plug. But my thing, I wrote down power-ups because we really got to a point where if your name was it Uzumaki Naruto or Uchiha Sasuke, you were not getting stronger. And Sakura to a degree. And they kept getting stronger. Well, I mean, she got the 100. Like, I mean, she got.
And they for real almost played Kakashi until the very end.
Yes, they did.
Until the very end, they really almost played him. Like, you get no love. It's like, hold on, you get this other Sharingan. You got full Sharingan.
Yeah.
Go back down.
Right. So they're getting stronger and stronger, and no one in their age is close to them. And then what made, and when I talked about Andrew, like with My Hero, which makes it good now. Well, now it's getting almost to that point too. But like our season 1 and 2, all the kids were relatively close in like power. And they got their shine in Boruto before the newest. In Boruto, it's not even close. Naruto and Sasuke are just far and above everyone on the planet. It's ridiculous. So I wrote down the Byakugan, and I felt like they low-key hoed it because like the Sharingan, you go the Mangekyou Sharingan, then you have all these different abilities from the Mangekyou Sharingan, and it's different. Like I was saying, maybe the Byakugan, since they're all alive, could have had like their own Mangekyou version. But I know.
Are you going to throw the movie version in there?
Well, the movie version, that was a good one. I did look that one up, but you can only have it if you're a space alien. That's what the wiki says. You can only get it if you're a space alien and you implant a Byakugan from a Byakugan person into your head.
So, from my understanding, you have to be born of I can't remember his name. It's the Six Paths brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, that was on him. He chose space. So
I never called them the Osukis. I just call them space aliens.
Well, no, I mean, like, well, I think technically, yeah, they are. I don't know what their clan name is. I don't think it's Osuki. The ones on the moon?
Yeah, because right now, I'm reading it right now. They're like, when an Osuki is implanted with the Byakugan of a Hyuga, this combination of the two clans' chakra transforms into the Tien, whatever the hell it's called.
Well, it's the Tensegon.
Yeah, Tensegon. Yeah, that's the only way you get it. That's trash. We ain't out here being aliens out here on planet Earth.
Well, I mean, technically, look, man, everyone's an alien if you ain't from the world. Goku's an alien, and it's worked out fine. So it's all right.
Yeah, but see, at least they can make up some stuff to power creep these people.
Honestly, I that movie was interesting because I was always wondering, like, so y'all sacrifice your eyes to make weapons of mass destruction?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
But that was, like the power-ups. I was like, oh, because they all just get foughted in Boruto. I was like, you know what, Lee, he somehow figured out a way to find like a ninth gate or something. Like,
that would have been dope.
So going beyond, death at the eighth gate.
I was going to say, so like, what happens at the end of that?
Rebirth.
Like, I was just trying to give everyone power-ups because it's just trash how, like, once it got to part 2, and it really was, like, after Naruto learned Rasen and Shuriken, it was a wrap for all those other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just, no one got stronger. And Sakura's one came out just because she's a part of that team.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm trying to think. So, like, what would you do with people's stuff? Because, like, everyone's thing is, like, it's a family thing. So it's not really like, I mean, of course, like, each of them, if you really think about it, each of them broke layers as far as, like, finding new ways to extend their families, like jutsu. But
I'm breaking it even further. I don't know, man. Like, Shikamaru, he can out there. He doesn't need shadow. He just needs one little dark spot and then he could control. I don't know, man. Everyone just needs to get stronger because it got trashy.
Because I'm like thinking, I'm like trying to think. I was like, well, like, what are you gonna do? Like, because I mean, are you just trying to close the power gap somewhat because it's still there? Like power skill.
Oh yeah, it'll always be there. I just wanted to close it somewhat.
A little bit.
So like, yeah.
Like that's the sad truth about like shonens in general is like your main couple characters are just OP as all get out, and everyone else is just like, yeah, we're here. Like,
but they were starting so. I know it just got to that point. I'm just like, dang. You really ain't on this team that has the number 7 in it. You are not getting any power up.
Well, no, that's not true because Sai and Yamato got totally left behind too.
I mean, what are you going
Yamato got forgotten about.
Requires, pad and paper to do his stuff. Like,
well, that one I would have been like, he doesn't need a pad anymore. He could just write in the air and it comes out.
Isn't that almost what his kid does?
Bro, his kid sucks.
He still has to draw.
He still has to draw.
I was saying, his kid's just a horrible artist. Like, at least Sai shit looks dope. His kid be making crooked birds and stuff, and somehow it's effective. I really don't
I think the whole idea is that it's supposed to be more like modern art versus like calligraphy style, like which is Sai's. Like I think that's kind of where they were going with it, and I thought it was hilarious.
Like Shino, I'm giving him the ability to call all the insects from the planet. Like just shit like that.
Man, see, now you start to kill his family's story though, because their clan only deals with beetles. They have like a rival clan that deals with bees or some shit.
Yeah, we're taking that over. I'm fed up. I'm so fed up on how everyone got weak.
They got bee and beetle beef. Are you serious?
Bro, I'm just saying, talk to any mammal on this world and befriend them. Like,
might as well. Shit. Bro, it got to Konohama is supposed to be Boruto's, bro. When Boruto's Kakashi, and I'm like, bro, what can you do?
Right.
And I watched him fight.
Bro, just let him grow, bro. Like, I mean, honestly, I'll play this. You take away eyes and shit like that. His clan's the strongest clan in the village.
I know with the tender age of one of is there only is he the only one left?
No, because he his niece, Asuma's daughter.
That's right. I always forget they're related. Asuma the third.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's his son, and then Konohamaru is like a different, Asuma's sibling's child.
That's not important enough to get a name.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so wild. But nah, I'm giving people some powers. We need to close the gap. You can't just be sitting out here letting the village get destroyed, crying Naruto, come save us like this is part 2. Y'all grown now.
Well,
I mean, shit. He's supposed to be leading.
I know, and he paid the price. These people were so shitty that he had to lose his damn fox.
Yeah.
Well, he chose that. Ain't nobody listen. No one was clapping that dude. First of all, let's be real. Like no one was clapping that dude. Bro. Like Sasuke lost his eye to Boruto possession mode.
Oh my god,
that's so
he
embarrassing.
ain't got no other arm, so I really don't know what he doing.
That's so embarrassing. I'm like, bro, Itachi died for this. You let Itachi's eye get smoked like that? Nah, I can't have
like his pride is the reason why he can't make hand signs. Like
right, 100%. Like that is what it is. Like I'm gonna atone by not having a second arm. It's like okay, bitch, but now you have no second eye, so please get another arm. Like
I just don't know what he's gonna do. Like he has one Sharingan, and he don't teleport shit. So I don't know what he's gonna do.
I mean, that was his most useful move in Boruto, being able to teleport.
Like I'm really like what. What is his right eye? So what is that? Is that
flame control? Flame control.
I was gonna say, is his left eye the flame control? Because I thought his left eye was the flame control one. The right eye was Genjutsu.
Oh God, I wish he was on because like, hey Justin, does Sasuke have
because I'm trying to think when him and Killer B fought, which eye they zoomed in on. I thought it was his left.
I got it.
But I may be wrong. I mean, Amaterasu still ain't shit in the grand scheme of things. Like
it really
I thought that was gonna be so overpowered when I first thought it. I was like, holy shit, and then everybody kept trying to use it and it never fucking worked.
And now you can just
started dodging it.
I know if you're fast, you could dodge it. Trash.
I was like, if you dodge it, what are we really doing here? We're just catching shit on fire to catch stuff on fire.
Right. Or the Raikage just chopped your arm off.
I mean, Killer B finessed them something real. It's like, that's one tentacle for you. I'm going this way.
Where's this damn eye at? But no, that's what I'm pumping people up, giving people some respect. Byron.
And
go ahead.
Do that with Dragon Ball Z and everything else. That'd be great.
Oh, I'm doing that for them. But see, the author. Nope, this is not that type of podcast. I do not want to get off task. Byron, go ahead.
My second one deals with Shippuden. I would not have Kaguya exist. Like the show should have ended with the Madara fight. They really hold Madara, and it was unnecessary and uncalled for. So.
I mean, last fight are you going to get them the win? Are you going to give them the dub? Because they technically didn't beat him.
They were going to lose.
Well, that's where the power of friendship would have come in and they would have won. Like,
the plot. Gotcha.
Understood. Right. Plot armor would have came in at that point.
Archer probably would have done the sexy jutsu and it would have worked on him. Like something.
Madara don't look. Let me stop.
I mean, that was supposed to be like the pinnacle of the show because he never did reverse. Like when he did reverse harem jutsu, I literally sat there. I remember just looking at, like, I remember texting him. I was like, "This nigga really just did this. Like, this is what we're doing. It's like this is how we're doing the show for real. Yeah. Like, you serious right now?"
Let's be honest. Until like the end, where Kakashi and them devised that plan, that was the only clean hit they got on her.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's like, "It didn't work. It didn't work." She got stolen. I was like, "Are you serious right now? Like, this is what it is." Like, oh god.
Cedric, to answer your question, Sasuke could do Amaterasu with either Mangekyu.
Oh.
Okay.
With his right eye, he can do the flame control though.
Okay. Okay. I mean, he still can't make a Susanoo, so it really doesn't mean much.
I mean, I don't know. These space aliens coming down, punching through it.
He got reserved eyes. He finds Donzo's secret lab, and he gets.
I was gonna say, did somebody keep Donzo's arm? Like,
actually,
keep those eyeballs alive?
I fear for Sarada because you're like next on the list. Like, let's develop these eyes.
And then snatch him? Oh, God.
I mean, he still got
Let me borrow this for a minute and I'll give it back. I promise.
he still has his mentor.
That doesn't even fucking work. She wears glasses.
What does that have to do with his eyesight?
It's okay. Hey, Obito had goggles, and it worked out well for him.
Yeah, but those weren't glasses. Goggles and glasses are two different things. Because Naruto wore goggles too. He had
unless
the
they're prescription
at the beginning.
As someone who wore prescription goggles for sports, I would know.
So did I.
I'm just saying, like, those glasses can't do much because she's supposed to be following movements. It's the most accurate eye. And if she has to wear glasses with that, then what the fuck is the point of these eyes?
She doesn't wear them when they fight. She doesn't wear them when they fight. She takes them off.
All right, so she'd be good.
Okay.
Listen, Sasuke lost an arm. I think he can do with a blurred vision on an eye. He can have a monocle.
And also, the glasses were literally probably just for that freaking Jerry Springer plot they put right at the beginning of Boruto. Like, damn, Sakura my mom, yes or no?
Sorry, out here, you are not the mother.
And then they were really out here, and Kari was really like, I'm the one who delivered her. I was like, man, that's a plot twist I did not see, but all right.
Yeah, it was. I thought Sakura would have delivered her own child by herself.
Or Tsunade, or like,
someone else.
Shizune
would have been a good one. But they were at an Orochimaru hideout, which I still don't quite understand how the fuck that happened.
They were trapped. He finally let her, because there's actually a book I was actually reading. He let her travel with her that one time. And the one time.
The one time for the one time?
I mean, I've said it before. They were sleeping next to each other, turned over. It was a wrap.
All it takes is that one time.
It's that one time. But could you imagine being her like, dang, I'm delivering the baby of the dude I wanted to be with, and I'm sitting here looking down, seeing this child come out of sight. Man, that's crazy. She's a bigger person than I thought she was. Because I don't know if any other girls could do that. But Byron, that was a good one. So, like, when they beat Madara, does the Naruto Sasuke fight still happen?
Well, yes, because Sasuke was on that bullshit.
Always.
That was good.
That is good. Andrea, what is your second one?
Okay, so I finally decided. My second one is I would really like a more developed, like, portion of the show to be dedicated to the third Ninja War, so we can see Kakashi's dad more.
Mm-hmm.
The statement that he was stronger than all three of the, legendary Sannin combined, like, holy shit. I just want to see everybody in that war. I want to see how it all played out. And honestly, I kind of would hope that later on that maybe Kakashi's dad went off himself. Because I think that would have been really interesting to have him still around when all of this was going on.
Dang. Also, they're playing those. I also wanted to see him, since he off Chio's kids.
I wanted to see this the carnage because that war was bloody as all get out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, that's
when decisions had to be made. Like, straight up, we killing kids. That's the crazy, but they killing kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Itachi was out on the field just giving people water, even, enemy combatants. And then the fucker was like...
Man, Itachi out here at the tender age of 5 killing niggas.
He was protecting.
He was like, well, he was going to kill me, so I killed him. I was like,
well, right.
Basic 101. Like, okay, well.
Yeah, that war.
That's how shit goes.
That war was crazy. Like, they really were out there killing kids. The third Hokage really took out 1,000 of those people by himself. Like, the fourth.
Was it the third or the second war that Tsunade's little brother died?
Second.
Oh.
Let me get them up for you.
Because that man, they really were sending Genin into the war. I was like, damn, this is brutal. This is like the boring state days. Well, I remember seeing Tobirama and Hashirama's little brother surrounded by Uchiha, grown-ass men. Just like, oh, look what we found. I'm like, nah, that's low-key grimy, but...
Yeah, the second one is where they got the Sannin title. Tsunade became the world's famous greatest medical nin because she was the only one able to counter Chio's poison. This is also the war where Kakashi's dad was just killing everybody, and he got the name Konoha's White Fang. This is where where Dan died.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Sasori's parents died. The orphans were found. Jiraiya takes care of them. And we know the rest. But those were the big moments. It also shows how strong Hanzo was because he fought all three of them and still survived.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Well, it seemed like he kind of let them survive. He was like, you know what? As a reward for like not dying this whole time, like I'm gonna call you the legendary Sonic. And then it's like
that's basically how it went.
Yeah. So it's like, well, then does that mean that Kakashi's dad would have smoked Hanzo?
Mm.
Yeah. As Nikki would say, this is why he wished he want the prequels.
Yes.
That man had that giant salamander, and it was going, bro.
I know. But the problem with Kakashi's dad is we know none of his moves. Zero.
None. Except he had that little chakra. It's not a chakra blade, but you're supposed to infuse chakra in it because we saw Kakashi using it when he was so young before Obito died.
Yeah, it's like a dagger almost.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, everyone was out here getting famous during the Third Great Ninja War. Everyone was.
Well,
the ones that survived.
that is true.
Clapping people because we ain't even know Asuma was out here clapping people like he was until we saw the filler. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're like, Awesome was a high grade in the bingo book. I was like, we're watching a different show.
All I did was see this man smoke cigarettes.
I'm saying. He had that one cool scene where he saved Shikamaru, like in the Gara invasion.
Yeah, because he had the two dudes. Like that's when I knew Asuma was buff. I was like, oh, Asuma, real big out here, choking niggas out. Like, okay.
And then him and Korra and I were fighting Itachi and Kisame. I was like, oh, he about to fight this big shark dude by himself. He looks scary.
I mean, that was like the biggest like awkward moment of Korra and I's life. She's like, I put it again too.
Yeah.
Well, she was trying.
Compared to her, he couldn't like fail that hard. Like,
well, it was she failed so bad. That was the last fight she was in.
Right.
That's a sign that like there's true mercy. That was like true mercy because like anyone else, we all know Itachi would have been like, yeah, no, you dead. Like, peace.
Well, he was like, nah, you tried. You tried. You're too weak. It's fine.
Byron, she didn't have a child right after that fight. There was years gaps.
Well,
I mean, what you do though?
I mean,
train Hinata.
What you do though? Neji did that.
Basically. She couldn't even train Kiba. She didn't train Shino. I was like, dang, we just going to, you lose one fight and you just abandon your team.
I mean, what was she doing with them in the first place? Because think about it, her old squad was trackers. What was she using the track? She was a genjutsu specialist. How was she tracking?
Dang.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, Third Great Ninja Wars when the A's dad died, when he fought those 10,000 people for what the hell crazy time they gave him. Like he fought all those people by himself, so he died.
Wasn't it 3 days?
That would have been cool to see how long. Yeah, he fought. Yeah, you're right, Andrea, for like days, 10,000 people by himself. What else? Obviously, Rin died. Madara swooped up Obito. The Hokage came down between Minato and Orochimaru. They picked Minato. Sasuke's dad was hot because he didn't get any praise during the war.
Well, honestly, Sasuke's dad was also in the running for fourth Hokage.
He was, but he was like, it's like one of those things when you watch the Heisman ceremony and they have first, second, and third.
Don't do him like that.
And like they're only talking about the first two, and then the third person is just an afterthought.
Yeah.
Man, come on, don't do him like that.
It's the truth.
Dang.
You didn't hear any of those people like, oh, we should have picked him. They were like, dang.
Man, what you mean? There was a whole clan that was saying we should pick him.
That's the minority in the village. They're like, oh, Orochimaru Minato. This is a good little battle.
Like kidnapping people and making bodies disappear.
Well,
he's also doing human testing. Like, no, fuck that bitch.
Well, they didn't know that at the time.
Yeah. Then the third Hokage pulls up after the fact, like when Minato's dead. He's like, dang, you've been doing all this?
Still can't kill that dude.
He let him go. He literally, in the anime, they just let Orochimaru just run past them.
Right.
Like when your summoning is looking at you like, for real? Like that's how you know it's whack. Like
it's wild. It is wild. Were there any ones that you guys thought about, like that you wanted to include, but since there's only like 2?
Donzo doesn't exist.
Dang,
fuck that guy.
Dang.
Nah.
All right.
No, I was gonna have him die during whichever fucking war. Just like no. That can be character development for the third Hokage, whatever. But no. Fuck that man.
Cedric, I'm surprised you didn't drop the Uchihas. They're not even in the show.
I mean, that's my master plot. I'm not going to sacrifice that for this. Because that's a lot of construction. Because without them, the sad part is the truth, and I'm only going to say this one. Without them, they literally make up the show. Like, if you truly break it down, the only reason Naruto is special is because of the fucking Uchiha clan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They're wild. They make the show. They're the reason the world goes to hell. Like, they're just...
Almost every single conflict outside like the ninja. Well, honestly, I think you can pin it on them too. I'll find it. But because if we're supposed to believe that everything was orchestrated according to plan by Madara behind the scenes, and then the Uchiha.
Yeah.
I also just wanted, there was one where I talked about last week, like with Itachi. Like, was your grand plan really just going to, just let these Akatsuki people get these tail beasts?
Yeah.
And like Payne said, people won't be doing war no more because we'll just blow their places up and then everyone will be afraid. So I was like, were you just, when you thought Sasuke, like after Sasuke killed you, you thought he was going to be enough to fight these people? Okay.
No, bro, he thought Naruto, bro, he had faith in Naruto.
He did.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I would have liked to see an alternate reality where Itachi takes out the Akatsuki from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been cool.
That would have been really cool.
Then he could die to
I've been
Sasuke.
really disappointed. I would have we waited like because he did a collective like 7 of them things, and we wait until now.
I don't know, but I think I would change
Garden
it.
died and came back to life. Like
that was bad.
We don't let 6 bodies just drop and we worried about now.
I mean, he dropped his whole entire clan.
Well, they need.
I think he's okay with dropping 6 bodies.
That's what he had to do to get in. That was the admission fee.
The admission fee. Oh yeah, they all showed like, "What'd you do?
Cost.
What'd you do?" Oh, I just cut my whole clan and left.
I mean, think about it. All of them clapped somebody. I mean, shoot, Kisame killed his whole sensei to get in.
Payne killed Hanzo alone, even though he was the leader of it, but he killed Hanzo alone.
Shoot. Sasori killed half the fucking and was manipulating the other half of them. I still don't get how.
Right.
It worked. It worked.
I wonder what Datara did.
Datara blew up the village, part of the village.
That's right. That's right.
Zetsu.
He was rebellious. Well, Zetsu was created, so
he was like, "Man, I'm the reason y'all did all this stuff." To be honest, it was him the whole time. You could see him as the original Eren Yeager meme. It was him the whole time.
That's a good.
Yeah.
Oh, son of yes.
Zetsu up a sleeve. That's another sad letdown. You was talking all that shit to be a little shadow creature.
Right.
Look like something off Digimon. As I swore I see you pop out of that shell Digimon's body the one time. What is that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. But that would be one of the things. Andrea, would you change any relationships?
I think I would change how they come to fruition. Because something I thought about, I do put a lot of stock in the author's words saying that he knew from the beginning that Sakura and Sasuke were going to be together. And there have been comments made that he always had a, soft spot or love for Sakura. I just want to know that thought process. I want to know those thoughts because I'm not seeing very many tangible moments for that to have been true, especially in the initial Naruto portion.
What do you mean? Part 2, he tried to kill her multiple times. That built it up.
Right.
So, and then the other one is, the primary ship, which is Hinata and Naruto, you already mentioned. I wish it would have been developed and flushed out just a little bit more, so it didn't feel so much like Naruto's oh well, I guess I can't get with Sakura. All these bitches are throwing themselves at me, but they're fake.
Oh,
Hinata,
you said
like-
the word. Hold on, let's bring up those fake ass people.
Oh,
That was I was struggling long and hard on my first one. I was like, do I even want them in the celebration? Because all of those, man, we hated this tail. They weren't even calling him a name. They were just calling him the Tail Fox Boy. And now we're like, Naruto, save us. But you're right. Once he saved them, Andrea, they all started flowing.
In the last movie, like all of the girls are like fawning over him, like falling out of fucking windows out of the academy, and it's
They
like,
are.
Well, I mean,
Ew.
there's a portion of, I think it was like a filler where he's like teaching shit at the academy. Like he does he teaches some stuff at the academy with Haruka.
I mean, he has a good personality. Like, I don't disagree that he is likable, but it's just like, basically, he went from I can't have who I want. All these people weren't with me from the start. Okay, meet in the middle. This person was with me from the start, and I maybe have some hidden feelings for her. Oh, I guess I do. Let's do this. Like,
I mean,
I wish it would have been a little more blatant.
Naruto was Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Back then, they
What?
didn't want me. Now
They all want me.
they all on me. He was Mike Jones. He was the song.
Can we? What the fuck?
Naruto was Mike Jones. Never thought I'd see that comparison.
It is wild. For anything else,
Um,
Byron, is there one that you thought about? Like, damn, I'm about to.
there
do
is
this?
one.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like Sakura to have been better.
Yes, I agree.
That's a week episode. That's like a whole week.
I'm just wondering. Like, so, what do you mean by better?
I don't
Like
want to put this-
stronger? Like, what you
I
mean?
mean, she's already the strongest woman.
She is the strongest woman, apparently.
Damn, Byron. I mean, it kind of works. Like, it is now.
That was a little shade. But it's okay.
I think this probably stems from the whole like being in a toxic ass relationship with Sasuke. I feel like that gives a bad representation to like the young female readers. Like, oh, toxic relationships are okay.
Ooh. We're getting
Man, you
deep.
better be hopping from anime to manga to all types of shit. That shit's out there.
I know.
Oh yeah,
I know.
it's the primary trope. In books,
hate to
in
be the
regular
one to
books
tell
too.
you this, but saving soccer won't save these women.
Trust
Well,
me.
damn, Cedric.
No, trust me. I used to be there in 2015. I did.
Oh, I know you.
I did. I was in an Omega host, but you know what? I want to save all these. And then Cedric's like, some of these people don't want to be saved. And then one day at the law school, something happened. I was like, you know what, Cedric? You're right. But
That's true.
I get it. But no, that was a good one. Anything else, guys? All right. Seeing none for the people on their computers, just sent out the picture for this summer, the three people, Summer of Akatsuki, year 2, and the 3 combatants.
Year
What?
2.
So hopefully that file went through, sent that in the chat so y'all could see the first ones to see it.
What are you doing?
Since we did Summer of Akatsuki last year, it's summer. So we're about to do it part 2
Again.
with 3 different people. And the 3 people are in this thumbnail that I just made.
Ah, shit.
Why?
Like, one of them's cool, but like the other two, like, ugh.
I don't
Because
even know who they are. You must just tell me, sending them out there.
I'll tell
I'm
you.
the only
So,
one for the people listening. I'm the only one without a computer right now. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So Cedric, it's Danzo, Kabuto, and I'm forgetting his name right now.
Raikage.
Thank you. Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
which what? What? So I'm not going to be doing this summer because that's like what did you do? Did you like pull names out of a hat and just,
No,
like, come up with
no.
those 3?
you mean how I
why
picked?
like, what did you do? Like for real? Like,
Well, Sage Mo Kabuto was one I've always wanted to pick. The other 2, yes, they were out of a random generator.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, you really
that
putting
makes sense.
Donzo out there to get clapped early. Like,
Depends on, hey,
bro, come on. He got clapped by like no Mangekyo like Sasuke. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm just saying, Cedric, if it wasn't for you, Sasuke was out in the first 2 games.
I mean,
first of all, don't be talking about the first 2 games. Like, he made it past Orochimaru.
Yeah, but that's like it started getting dicey when we got to Saucer. He's like, and then Edon. Cedric's like, hold on, we are not about to end this podcast on freaking Edon.
Right.
Listen, that wasn't my fault. That was your fault.
Edon.
Y'all voted this man was not going to win.
I mean, I couldn't see it with the stage that he was at. I couldn't see it logically how he was going to beat Hedon. I couldn't see it. I felt like he was going to get cut at some point, somehow. And that shit's a wrap. I don't know how he's getting out of it because we hadn't seen him really use Genjutsu super well yet. Right. But maybe that's how he would have gotten out of it.
I guess let me ask you something. Because, like, I respect Hedon because, I mean, I honestly had to wait for Sasuke to lose to Orochimaru, too. But that's I still like my idea of Orochimaru reanimating the first and second Hokage and just clapping that boy like he's supposed to get hit. Like,
well,
you only need the second Hokage to clap him extra hard since he's an Uchiha. But
right.
Anyway,
like I just don't know how. Like, I mean, the third Hokage, yeah, sure, I can see how he's fighting the first and second. Even then, that man lost his life to take away Orochimaru's hands.
And it also came out how Orochimaru didn't perfect Edo Tensei because when you become C Part 2, there's no way the third should have survived that fight. I mean, longer than he did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm just saying, like, you throw that man had, and Loki had the fourth because that was the third one. Like, they don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, half these people didn't know the fourth Hokage was Naruto's dad. So they don't know
that was something I thought about changing too.
It was like,
right.
They don't know the fucking shuriken to stop that thing from rising. Like, shit, you getting ultra clapped by all 3 of them. Like I told you, I'm telling you right now, you ain't have to wait. Danzo's dead. Danzo's not making it past Orochimaru. I'm sorry.
Even with what you call him?
No.
And
listen, I ain't got time to be closing like 10 Uchiha eyes. To be wasting on this man.
I actually need to see how long those eyes open. Like how long.
Because don't forget, like Orochimaru will be reincarnating like 20 different times too. So
yeah,
that's gonna be like a 180-day fight. I ain't got time for that. But I was gonna say the Hedon thing. Have you ever seen someone get burned alive? Like just constantly burning. Like, they ain't dying because they're immortal, but they're constantly just burning.
Not in person, but that was one of Batman's contingency plans to take out Martian Manhunter, and someone stole it, and then he was burning alive.
So I'm saying, like, if Sasuke caught Hedon on fire, or Hedon accidentally caught himself on fire, and it's not something you can put out.
Bro, the Hedon one, the only reason is when Justin said, "Oh, Sasuke is always careful to fight." I was like, "Nah, I'm not picking Sasuke." That whole statement.
No. That he's not cocky.
That he's not cocky. I was like, "Nah, I can't." Mm-mm.
What show was he watching?
I mean, the same one that gave Sasuke the fuck.
Tsukeyo, man.
Honestly, Sasuke being cocky is probably why he lost his fucking eye.
Oh, jeez. Well.
But that was humbled Sasuke at that point. Like the man only has one arm.
What happens if he loses a leg?
Well, then he'll be.
What do you mean? What happens if he loses a leg?
I mean, that's the only thing he has 2 of right now. 2 legs.
Look, he has 2 ears.
Right.
That's a good point. That's a good one. That's
like I don't, man. Summer that's 3 episodes. Well, that's 3 months. Y'all have fun. like the only one that's even like remotely interesting is Kabuto. Like, no offense to the Raikage, like, sure, like that'd be fun, but like why?
I don't make well, technically I do pick the generator. But the generator just spits out the names.
Like, you just gonna keep doing this every summer? Like, not to be a spoiler for like 2023, but like, because eventually you're gonna get someone like Sai trying to climb the castle ladder. Yeah. I'm really just gonna quit.
Sai, oh wow.
That would be really wow.
That would actually, I mean,
my man almost got took down by like wooden stakes.
The bad thing is they would I mean, the fandom would say Boruto Sasuke. I mean, Sakura does it easy.
I mean, listen, we talked about them, okay? we've considered their feelings. We understand where they're coming from. We've heard their complaints. We just don't care.
No, because it'll be with this.
Like it's like we're a good big business with a customer service. Like, I understand your complaint. I'm sorry you feel that way, but we're not going to fix it.
But no, it'll be different stuff. Like the end of year one, I've already thought about what for that one. So I needed some gaps between this end of year and then fall. So because I have all these ideas in my brain. But
so which one's first, though?
You know what? You get to pick.
Go, Captain.
Let's do Kabuto first, since that's what we wanted to do.
All right.
Shit, Justin better be on. Justin better figure this out.
That's fun. But with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. Thank you for the continued support you guys show us. Make sure you like, rate, comment, subscribe anywhere you are listening. And again, when this goes up on YouTube or Spotify, because Spotify does polls, what would you change in the Naruto franchise? Anything you want. Think about it. And with that being said, take care. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.